Today we'll be learning about superior vena cava and azyquos vein, hemi-azyquos vein and accessory hemi-azyquos vein. So initially we'll be seeing the superior vena cava. So all this we'll see under few side headings like how it is formed, what is the course, and if there are any relations, what are they. At last it's tributaries. First thing is superior vena cava. So how is it formed, how is the course, and so superior vena cava, for the formation we'll just say draw a diagram. Suppose this is your sternal angle. So here we have this second costal cartilage. This is the sternoclavicular joint. Related with that we have the first costal cartilage. So this is the right and this is the left side. So the superior vena cava is related with this right side of the sternum. So how it is formed? Formation by fusion of right and left brachiocephalic veins. So where is this formed? This is formed near the lower border of the right first costal cartilage. From there this will be the second costal cartilage, then third costal. So this space in between these two is the first intercostal space. This is the second intercostal space. So it goes along this right side, or you can say right border of the sternum, related with the first intercostal space and second intercostal space. Near this lower border of this third costal cartilage, it's opening into the right atrium. So this is forming near this first costal cartilage and draining into the right atrium at the level of the third costal cartilage. So here you have two parts in this. One is inside the pericardium and one is outside the pericardium. So based on that you can say extra pericardiac part of this superior vena cava and intra pericardiac part. So this extra pericardiac part is present in the superior mediastinum, and this intrapericardial is present in the middle mediastinum. So this intrapericardiac part is enclosed within the pericardium. So this is your formation, right and left brachiocephalic vein of fusing to form this near the first costal cartilage, right side of that, right first costal cartilage. From there it's going downwards and along the right border of the sternum, and at the level of the third costal cartilage it's draining into the right atrium. Then what are the relations for this? For that we'll see just a coronal section of the thorax. So suppose this is your superior vena cava. Behind that this is the trachea. So what comes from the trachea? This is the right bronchus. Then this is your ascending aorta, pulmonary trunk. From the pulmonary trunk we are having this right pulmonary artery. So what lies on the right of this This is our right lung covered by the pleura. Anterior to that, we have sternum and the ribs. So here, this is the anterior part, posterior part. This is the right side and the left side. So now looking at this, what are the relations for this superior vena cava? Anteriorly chest wall and anterior margin of the right pleura and the right lung. So those are for the anterior relations. Then posterior to that we have the trachea, which is posteriorly trachea and right bronchus and right pulmonary artery. Then to the right, this is to the posterior, all these three. So these two. To the right side, what we are having? The right lung, right pleura. Then to the left side, aorta with the pulmonary trunk. So these are the relations for your superior vena. Anteriorly chest wall, along with this anterior chest wall, one artery is going along there. That is your internal thoracic artery. So these are the relations. Anterior to the superior vena cava, to the right lung and the pleura. Behind that are the posterior, right pulmonary trunk, right bronchus. To the left, aorta and the pulmonary trunk. Now coming to the tributaries of the superior vena cava. So what are the main tributaries? How is it forming? Formed by right and left brachiocephalic vein. And how are this brachiocephalic vein formed? They are formed by subclavian vein and internal jugular vein, both on the right and the left. Then what are the other tributaries? Suppose this is your superior vena cava, formed by right and left brachiocephalic vein. Apart from that, before it's entering into this fibrous pericardium or entering into the atrium, we have one, that is azyquos vein. And apart from that, we have some tributaries from the mediastinal, that is the mediastinal veins and pericardiac veins. So in this we will be seeing what is that formation by right and left brachiocephalic vein course. It's going along the right margin of the sternum in relation with this first and second intercostal space, where it is formed just related with the lower border of the first costal cartilage, and where it is ending near the lower border of the third costal cartilage. It's opening into the right atrium. This entire thing doesn't have any valves. So that is your superior vena cava. Then next thing is our azyquos veins, azyquos, hemiazyquos and accessory hemiazyquos. So what is the term azyquos means? Azyquos is nothing but unpaid. So here we'll be seeing azyquos vein. So this is related with your posterior abdominal wall. So related with the posterior part, we have this vertebrae. Suppose this is your T4, here this will be your T12 thoracic. So anterior to this thoracic vertebrae, you are having this azyquos venous system. So before this, what is the main purpose of the superior vena cava? It is draining the blood from your head, neck, upper limb, thorax and some part of your upper abdomen. Same way, now coming to this azyquos vein. So this is azyquos vein is present on the right side of your thoracic vertebrae. So this is azyquos vein. So same way, how it is formed? It's formed by fusion of two veins. One vein you are calling it as, this is on the right side, so right ascending lumbar vein. This is fusing with posterior intercostal veins, 12th posterior intercostal vein. This is your subcostal vein. So these two are fusing to form your azyquos vein. This is the most common one. Other one is sometimes it's formed from the posterior part of the inferior vena cava, or directly it's a continuation of ascending lumbar vein. So it goes along this anterior to the vertebral column, thoracic vertebrae. It passes from the abdomen and enters into the thorax, piercing the diaphragm. So when it is piercing the diaphragm, how it's going? It's going through this aortic opening of the diaphragm. So at last, we're near the T4, that is the fourth thoracic vertebrae, which this is in the posterior part. It goes to the anterior, making a curve or arch of the azyquos in relation with the right hilum of the right lung. After that, it's draining into the superior vena cava. So this is the formation. How it is formed? Subcostal vein, right ascending lumbar at the level of 12th thoracic. This is the most common formation, and it's ascending along the abdomen, piercing the diaphragm at the aortic opening. Then it's going upwards till T4th, at the fourth thoracic vertebrae. It's arching over anterior to the right hilum of the right lung anteriorly to open into the superior vena cava. Then what are the tributaries for that? Basically, this is draining from your thoracic wall. So what are these are your posterior intercostal veins corresponding to your 12 intercostal arteries. So this is your 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th. What about the other things? Second, third, 2, 3, 4. They are forming one vein, that is your right superior intercostal vein. So right superior intercostal vein is formed by three things: second, third, and fourth right posterior intercostal veins on the right side. They are fusing to form this right superior intercostal vein. Then that is one tributary for this azyquos vein. Then other things, posterior intercostal veins on the right side from the 5th till 11th. Then 12th one you are calling it as subcostal. So what are the tributaries now? Subcostal vein, ascending lumbar vein, all your posterior intercostal veins from the 5th to the 11th, and apart from that, second, third, and fourth are forming the right superior intercostal vein. Apart from that, you have some from the bronchial veins, then esophageal, sometimes esophageal veins, same way some pericardial veins, and sometimes mediastinal veins. So these are the tributaries which are going to azyquos vein, which is on the right side. So here we have some relations of this azyquos vein. So what are they? We'll look into that. As I said, this is related with your anterior part, or you can say vertebrae. So suppose this is your vertebrae. So related with this vertebrae, you are having this azyquos vein. So it's having some posteriorly it's related with the vertebral column from your T4th to the T12th. Then on the right side it's related with aorta, thoracic duct. Aorta and esophagus. Then on the right side, it's related with your right lung and the pleura. So that is some of the relations of your superior vena cava. So this is your superior vena cava. On the right side you are having this right pleura and the right lungs. Posteriorly the vertebral column, to the right aorta, thoracic duct and esophagus. So these are the relations for your superior vena cava. So how is it formed? Most probably it's formed by fusion of your subcostal vein and right ascending lumbar vein. Tributaries from all that posterior intercostal veins of the right side. Then coming to the counterpart of it on the left side. So right side, this was your azyquos vein, ascending lumbar, descending, ascending lumbar and your subcostal. So same way at level of T12 one vein is formed. Same way in relation with your fifth or fourth intercostal space, one more vein is formed. So one is T7, one is T8. So this is on the left side. So this will be your hemi-azyquos vein. This is your accessory hemi-azyquos vein. So how is this hemi-azyquos vein formed? So this is on your left side. So same thing as how your azyquos vein is formed on the right. So this hemi-azyquos vein is formed from two things: left subcostal vein, which is nothing but your 12th posterior intercostal vein, then left ascending lumbar vein. So it's also going along the left side of your vertebral column, ascends upwards. So when it is ascending upwards, it's piercing the diaphragm. So whenever it's piercing the diaphragm, it's passing through the left crus of your diaphragm. Then at the level of T8, if suppose this is the vertebrae at the level of T8 and this is the right side and this is the left side. So this is your hemiazygus. So it goes anterior to this vertebrae and at last it is draining into your azygus vein. So this is your hemiazygus vein. How it is formed: left subcostal vein and left ascending lumbar vein are fusing to form at the level of T12. Then it's piercing the diaphragm through the left crus of the diaphragm. Then at the level of T8, it's crossing from the left to the right, anterior to your vertebrae, and it's draining into the azygus vein. What are the tributaries for that? So here we had all that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is your 12. Then you have 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th. So these are draining into your hemiazygus vein. Then accessory hemiazygus, as I said, it's related with your 4th or 5th intercostal space. So this will be medial side of the posterior intercostal space. Then this is also coming downwards at the level of 7th thoracic vertebrae. Same thing, it's crossing from the left to the right anterior tube vertebra and draining into the azyquos vein. So this is getting so 8th is draining into your accessory hemiazygus. So 5, 6, 7, 8 posterior intercostal veins of the left are draining into your accessory hemiazygus vein, whereas the 9th, 10th, 11th they are draining into your hemiazygus vein.